Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today we're going to be talking about what I think is essential to ask in the beginning of dating someone. You don't necessarily need to ask this before you meet them if it's online dating. You don't need to ask this on the phone or like right when you meet the person, any of that stuff. But I do think it's important to ask this within the first couple of dates, and I really think it's important you ask this in person. So the big question I think needs to be asked is, what are you looking for? All right, that is essential to make sure you're aligned with that person, because someone might say, I'm looking to have some fun. I just live here temporarily and then I plan to move back to my hometown. So I'm just looking to have some fun while I live here in the city. Or someone could say, I'm looking for my future husband or wife. Or they could say, you know what? I'm looking for a relationship, but I don't know if I'm going to be ready for marriage for the next several years. Ask them this and ask them this in person, because I think you don't want them to have to think about it. You don't want them to think, okay, what do I want to say so that he or she will keep seeing me? You don't want to do that. You want to put them on the spot with this question because they should have it figured out. If they are a mature person, they know what they are looking for. And if they don't know what they're looking for, that's up to you if you want to be with them or not. For if you are just living in this city or wherever you live temporarily and they are just temporarily and you are just looking for some companionship, I think that's totally fine. I'm not going to judge anybody for how they are dating or their dating goals, but for someone like me who's looking for my future spouse, I would never go on a date with someone who says, oh, I'm just trying to figure it out. I just got, or, some people say, I just got out of a relationship. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Okay, please, I totally respect the honesty and I believe them. At the end of the day, do not, I repeat, do not think you're going to change this person's mind. You're going to say, oh, I'm such an amazing person. Once he gets to know me, he is going to change his mind and want to make me his wife. No, please, please, please believe him or her. If he says, I'm not looking for anything serious, believe him. Okay? That is the big takeaway from this video. Believe whatever they tell you. When you ask someone, what are you looking for? I think this is a huge sign of your own maturity. It shows that you are not messing around. You have an agenda, as we all should with dating. The whole point of dating is to find companionship. Whether it is for the long term or the short term, the point of dating is companionship. It's too expensive, honestly, to just be doing it for no reason at all. I understand sometimes I like to think of going on a first date with a guy that I don't necessarily know anything about as something to do. And it totally is. And it's an opportunity just to meet someone and have some fun, hopefully. The goal of dating is always companionship. Yes, I believe as a religious person and as someone who takes my faith seriously and as someone who takes dating seriously, the real goal of dating should be to find a spouse. But that is not always the case. And you got to wake up and be aware of that, okay? Do not be naive. There are tons of men and women who are only interested in short-term companionship. And that's totally, fine. We're adults. We should be able to deal with that. Once after a breakup, I actually met a man on Hinge who was not looking for anything serious. He was leaving the city and moving to a different state. And I actually ended up never meeting this man, but we had sort of a really good, sort of flirty friendship on Snapchat where I was single, so I would be getting out to go hang out with my friends and I'd take a picture of myself and send it to him, like just my face, just a selfie. And he would say, you look really pretty. And then he would send me pictures of his dog. And we had just this nice little friendship, flirty friendship on text and Snapchat. That was all that he was looking for. That was all that I was looking for. Eventually, after several months, I did meet my ex-boyfriend. And once that happened, we cut off that flirty friendship. That was all that I was looking for and he was looking for. I think that was very mature of us to be honest with ourselves and that we will never meet in person. Or if by some chance we do meet in person, we know we're not going to get married. Like I was not going to pick up and move to that state that he was living in, and he was not going to come back here. He was not interested. He was also a practicing Catholic, which was really nice too. So we were able to pray. We actually prayed on the phone a few times, and it was very nice. And it was a placeholder. And I think you need to be aware of that when someone says, I'm trying to figure out my dating goals or I'm not looking for anything serious, if you do enter into that, you just got to be cognizant that you will be a placeholder. And if you are comfortable with being a placeholder, that that's up to you. Again, you're an adult and I'm not going to judge anyone for that. They say they are looking for a casual relationship. Just say, okay, could a casual relationship in your eyes turn into something long term, turn into marriage eventually? Because it can. It totally can. You've just got to be smart. Realize that a casual relationship is what it is. This person is not going to drop everything for you and come help you with your flat tire, okay? A casual relationship is what it is. Now, if a casual relationship starts to turn into actual dating, you can reassess later on and say, after maybe a month or two of a casual relationship, be like, I'm really appreciating my time I'm spending with you. Do you see this moving forward into something more formal? And if he does not or she does not, then you've got to level set your expectations. This question is all about setting expectations. I once asked a guy this, and I said, "What are you looking for?" And I had to ask him this on text because it was a weird situation. And he said, "Well, marriage would be great, but I'm a sexual being." I'm like, okay, then we are not on the same page. That's totally fine. Hey, at least I asked him that question before I met him. And this was someone who's lived far away, so it was going to be a long drive. If it was someone I was going to, lived a mile away from me, I could meet them in person and ask this question. But if they live far away, I recommend asking this question before you do a long drive or something like that. What are you looking for? This is a question. I don't care if you are 15 and dating in high school or if you are a 55-year-old and dating. It's about setting your expectations and being on the same page as the person you're dating. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you could give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss one of my videos, and you help out the algorithm, I'll really appreciate it. And let me know in the comments below, do you think asking what are you looking for is important to ask maybe before the first date, after the first date? I really think around dates 1 or 2, you should really ask this. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!